All right, so you've decided that you want to be in Southwest Florida, but you're not sure if this is the size place in either Cape Coral or Fort Myers. So today we're going to visit our neighbor to the north, Punta Gorda, Florida. Hey everybody, my name's Craig Cunha. I am a real estate agent here in Southwest Florida. So if this is your first time to the channel and you want to know what it's like to live, play, eat, sleep, and buy real estate on the Gulf Coast, then this is the channel for you. So go ahead and subscribe and even comment just so that you can see all the future videos as they come out. I'm getting calls from people every day asking questions about what it's like to live here, what it's going to take to move here, and what their experiences may be like. So if you've got a question like that, you have to call, text, or email because I've got your back when moving to the Gulf Coast. Today we're talking about Punta Gorda. It's a small town just north of Cape Coral, just south of Port Charlotte, and it sits right on Charlotte Harbor, which is fed by the Peace River. Now, I am having a great time learning about this little town, and it's becoming one of my favorites, and you might understand a little bit more why when we talk about what this city has to offer. First off, I was told by the local residents, don't tell anybody about us. We don't want any more people. The population of this little town is 21,000 people. And it's ranked the second safest city in all of Florida, regardless of population. So if you're looking for a small town with a lot of waterfront access that still has that small town charm, there's still a historic district that's absolutely gorgeous. I'll show you some of the homes there. Lots of outdoor activities going on, lots of parks, biking trails, just so many things to do in this place. And we started off finding this place with a motorcycle trip up to have lunch, dinner on the water. And we're always looking for new waterfront places, and this just kind of hit the sweet spot because of what it offered. So if you're looking for a small town, if you want that small town feel, this may be the place for you. When you're saying the name of this city, it's heard two different ways locally. There's Punta Gorda and Punta Gorda. Don't know why. Punta Gorda sounds like the natural way to say it. It's a Spanish word, or they are Spanish words, so you'd think that's the way it's done, but Punta seems to come out of a lot of people's mouths, so just roll with it. It's Punta or Punta. The majority of Punta Gorda sits south of the Peace River and Charlotte Harbor, but there's a small section that sits up north of the river and east of I-75. That area is a subdivision. It's a deeded subdivision known as Deep Creek, and it is platted out very nicely. It's all mature built. If you're looking for a subdivision that's not gated, but it is nice, kept nice, feels good to drive through, then Deep Creek might be a place for you. The most popular neighborhood within Punta Gorda is Punta Gorda Isles, and there's good reason for that. It is, first of all, an absolutely gorgeous subdivision. It's also nearly all waterfront. So if you are a boater or you just like to be on the water, this may be the neighborhood for you. Something interesting that they offer in these canal systems, the taxes include the repair for the seawalls, the dredging of the canals, so it's all taken care of for you. If you have anything go wrong with those seawalls, it's not for you to foot the bill. The city will take care of it. They're on a maintenance schedule to go around and check things, make sure they're in good repair, especially after storms, and they will put you on a schedule to have it taken care of if there's an issue. They also trim back the mangroves, and like I said, they will dredge the canals to make sure they keep the proper depths. The other really cool thing is the bridge heights are 12 to 14 feet off the water, so most every boat is going to get in and out from under those bridges. There are 3 bridges in this section. They're all off of Marion Avenue, and if you have to cross under one of these bridges, they actually have a term for that, and it's the powerboat section. Yeah, I don't know. Outside of that, obviously, sailboat access, direct access. If you have a sailboat or you have a larger boat that you want to take out, you're going to stay on that side of the bridges, obviously. But underneath those bridges in this section, yes, powerboat section. Longest commute for anybody in any of these canal systems is maybe 30 minutes. The average is 15 to 20 minutes. So quick commutes. If you're somebody that likes to get out on the water quickly, get on with your day, whether it's a fishing trip, a beach trip, or just cruising around, very quick access. Another waterfront community that is associated with Punta Gorda, Another waterfront community that's associated with Punta Gorda is Burnt Store Isles. It's just south of Punta Gorda, and it's right above Burnt Store Marina. Burnt Store Marina, another community. This one's a gated community. It's a golfing community. It's a boating community. They have a marina. They have a restaurant. It has everything there. It's just a little more remote. It sits maybe 10 minutes south of Punta Gorda, depending on how fast you drive. But that whole roadway between Punta Gorda and Cape Coral is being revitalized. So it's going to be 4 lanes the entire distance once they finish. There's some areas where they have done the construction already, and you can feel how much freer the traffic moves. It's just amazing how freely you go up and down the highway with that transition. So once that's done, the commute back and forth is going to be really quick. And a place like Burnt Store Marina, if you're looking for a golf, boating, and mini community all kind of in a gated place with a guard at the gate, then Burnt Store Marina might be for you. One of the things that we absolutely loved is we went on a mission to learn more about Punta Gorda and parts of Port Charlotte. Because Port Charlotte, everything west of 75 on the north side of the river is considered Port Charlotte. So it is a whole nother city. It's larger than Punta Gorda, and it has many of the offerings that you would see down in Fort Myers and Cape Coral. There's a number of franchises there, but one of our favorite things is we found a ton of mom and pop kind of diners, and we stopped at this place called Sweet's Diner 2, and I was floored. It is that old style diner. They cook everything right there in your face. We sat at the counter, got to meet some of our neighbors and have little discussions about the area and about what people like about being there. And it's just, they're the kindest, nicest people. So it really is that small town feel that we seem to be losing in areas like Cape Coral and Fort Myers. So if you're somebody that's looking for that friendliness and just that open arms kind of environment, then again, Punta Gorda and Port Charlotte could possibly be for you. As far as home prices in Punta Gorda, a waterfront condo, a 2-bedroom, 2-bath waterfront condo is starting at $175,000. If you're looking for a 3-bedroom, 2-bath waterfront house, that starts at $260,000. The median price for a 2-bedroom, 1-bath, single-family home in Punta Gorda is $140,000. That same single-family home, if we go to a 3-bedroom, 2-bath, the median price goes up to $300,000. Now, we're not screening out for anything. We're not screening out the waterfront, the pools, or anything, so it's taking all of it into consideration. So that's the median price. If that's kind of where you want to be price-wise, then again, Punta Gorda might be for you. As far as waterfront dining and entertainment, there are, again, a plethora of places to go. Fisherman's Village is one of our absolute favorites. There's multiple restaurants out there. Harpoon Harry's sits right at the very end of the pier. The view off of there is tremendous. Every direction you look, except behind you, is water. So if you're looking for that kind of environment, I highly recommend going out to Harpoon Harry's. If you just are looking for some waterfront, there is the Village Brew House that's on its way down there. There's normally a pretty wide array of food selections there. That's where we normally make our stop. Beautiful water views, service is really good, and they have indoor and outdoor service. The sliders, they open up all around the restaurant on the inside, and when the weather's cool, makes everything outside come inside anyway. So it is a really inviting place. There's normally live music, especially in season, and you're walking through Fisherman's Village, which is full of little craft shops and antique shops and all kinds of little things that you can spend literally the afternoon there. And what's more, if you want to stay at Fisherman's Village, they have condos above all the shops that you can rent. So check the link down below if you want some more information on what you need to do to rent to stay at Fisherman's Village and enjoy this waterfront entertainment. We jumped on the Harbor Walk bike trail. This is about 2.4 miles of biking all along the water, and what's great about it is there's underpasses to go underneath 41, so you're not having to cross any traffic. We cross underneath there, we can pass TT's Tiki Bar, very nice surroundings. They have the Adirondack chairs, all colorful, all situated to overlook the sunset when it happens. But this little tiki place, again, it's all outdoors. You can kind of feel the vibe there. They have the music playing, And when that sun sets, it's just absolutely gorgeous. Another perk about TT's, it's dog friendly. So if you have a furry friend that you want to bring them on over. They'll welcome them with open arms. A couple other places that you can visit along the water. There is Hurricane Charlie's. Again, kind of finger foods and beverages there. Then the Lashley Crab House. If you go down a little further east, these are all waterfront places. Take in the views, enjoy the food. Seafood obviously is everywhere. Along this same biking trail, you're also going to find a number of marinas. So if you're looking for a place to store the boat, they do have the marinas there. If you go down to Burnt Store Marina, the one thing I did neglect to say is they do have dry storage there. So if you're somebody that likes to have your boat stored up out of the water and protected from the elements, then you can do the dry storage there. Just call ahead, they'll put the boat in for you, go off for the day. When you come back, they'll take care of cleaning the outside of the boat. The inside's up to you, but they'll clean the outside of the boat and put it back on the shelf for you. As far as the outdoor entertainment, you'll find multiple parks along the water. There are fitness stations, there are tennis courts, pickleball courts, basketball courts, there's a YMCA. All of this is right across the street from the historic district and those homes. Absolutely beautiful. So the views between the historic homes and the water, it's just absolutely gorgeous. You've got to check it out. On this same path, as you get down to one of the marinas, I actually think all the marinas have this, but there is a bike loan program for free. So if you didn't pack a bike, don't have a bike, want to go biking, they have a place you can go in and take these bikes for the day. It's free. So stop at one of these bike loan locations if you would like to bike these paths. The Harbor Walk path that we were biking on is one of 4 paths that they have outlined. Some of them will actually take you down through town and around if you want to go on a longer venture. This 2.4 miles, we kind of went back and forth a few times, but there's one of them I believe is 31 miles long. So I'll see if I can get the details. Again, put that down below for you so you know what you're in for if that's what you want to take on. If you go all the way to the west, you're going to run into the Ponce de Leon Park. Over there, they're revitalizing everything. There is a sand section, but it's a seawall, so it's not a beach. Punta Gorda does not have a beach. You can go north to Venice Beach, about 30 to 40 minutes away, or go south into Fort Myers and go to that beach. But there really is no super convenient one right there. If you have a boat, obviously, jump in that and hit one of the beaches. Given that you're up in the Charlotte Harbor, you're going to be very close to things like Cabbage Key. You're going to be close to the Boca Grande Pass. That's where all the tarpon fishing is. It runs between April and May. So if you're a big fisherman and you want to catch one of those big sardine-looking things, go to the Boca Grande Pass. At this Ponce de Leon Park, there's also going to be some playground areas. There's some picnic pavilions there. Over around the south side of it, there is a boat ramp and a pier, so you can fish off this pier. And that boat ramp, it is not only for boats, and they do have truck and trailer parking there once you put the boat in. It's limited, but there is some there. But also, you can put kayaks in here and paddle boards. So if that's something that you're interested in, great place to do it. Great access into Charlotte Harbor. So stop in here, Ponce de Leon Park, far west side of Punta Gorda. When you go into these marinas that you're running into, they also have charters there. You can go on sunset cruises. You can charter a boat to go fishing. So a lot of opportunities for entertainment that way. They also have a life jacket loaner program. So they're very good about giving here. So if you don't have a life jacket for a child, they have a rack of jackets that you get to use for free. The best things about Punta Gorda, and we're finding this out here in Cape Coral and Fort Myers all the time, the airport is fantastic with Allegiant because they have non-stop one-way flights to dozens of destinations and dirt cheap. So if you're somebody that's looking for an affordable way to travel and you don't want to have a bunch of stops in between, you need to go to the Punta Gorda airport, fly Allegiant, and get to your favorite destination quickly. We love going to Nashville and Asheville. It's a quick little trip to the airport. They have long and short-term parking that's very reasonable. And you will find yourself going through a short security line in most cases. And the waiting area isn't substantial, but it's plenty for what you're doing. At Punta Gorda Airport, there aren't any actual gates per se. You're walking the tarmac and going up a ramp into the plane. So that is something that's a little nostalgic to be able to do, but it is a smaller airport. It does handle a decent amount of traffic, but the flights are limited on the times, and pay close attention to whether it says AM or PM. Yeah, I might have made that mistake once. But look closely at your times. There's going to be limited times that they fly to certain destinations. So get that aligned in advance and have a great trip. Lastly, if you're looking for some fantastic entertainment and you are a sport, wheel, and gearhead kind of person, then you can go out to tracks and trails and ride the trails with your motorcycle, four-wheeler, side by side, whatever you want. There's also the Redneck Mud Park. I'm going to say if you are a family, you'll probably want to go to tracks and trails. If you are young, single, or just looking for a wild time, then you might want to go to the Redneck Mud Park. It's not necessarily a family place. If you look up some videos online about it, you'll see what I'm talking about. I'm not going to show you some of the clips that you're going to see when you look it up, but it's not for everybody. Okay, so that's a little bit about Punta Gorda and what I experienced when I went there. It's a great place. I'm going to continue to learn about it. I'll continue to share what I learn. So if you want to know anything more about areas that surround Punta Gorda, go ahead and watch one of these videos. And if you have any questions about what you heard here or any of the other videos, and you want some answers to that, you've got to call, text, or email, because I've got your back when moving to the Gulf Coast.